Good evening, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, was there? Did I hear 2-bar? Did I hear 2-bar setup during Asia? Is that what I'm hearing? Oh, don't get us started on a 2-bar. Well, yeah, actually, that was higher volume move up, aggressive trend. Right, test back to that 50% retracement, 508. A little risk there, but that worked out beautifully. And didn't quite get there on the second one. Do you think I should buy a funded Jdun or a live account? Depends what your experience is and if you have the capital for live. I'm always going to tell you guys, I like live accounts more than funded accounts over time. I think there's definitely positives to funded accounts, but say over a year time span, I want all you guys to be on a live account. That said, I appreciate if you guys are trading fundeds. I appreciate you guys supporting me, supporting what I try to do for you every day using code Jdun and supporting the stream in that way. But over time, I'd rather never use code Jdun. I'd rather never make $1 from affiliates ever again if you guys are all trading lives and growing them. That's just a buck. I'm always going to keep it a buck with y'all. Oh, the fray. What you guys know about the fray? What's up? Our teeth get smoked. Golden Arrow Kate. What's good, everybody? I appreciate all the happy Father's Days. I went to the zoo with my kiddo and we had a great time. Flag. What's good, everybody? No better way to end a Father's Day than with the Team Bull fam. What's good? Yep, I'm getting these posts out to let the followers know that we are live. Gotta let everyone know we're live for Asia, and we're gonna go over some weekly prep too. We're gonna go over data that we have for today, or for this week, excuse me. Live weekly prep. What's good, everybody? Let's go. Christmas came early. We're going to kill it this week, guys. I'm confident. I'm confident we are going to kill it this week. Got that. Okay. What's good, everybody? Happy Father's Day to all the dads and the daddies out there. Happy Father's Day to all the dads and all the daddies and all the to-be dads. It's time for that 100K week. I was thinking about sizing up this two sugar daddies count. Sure. For you, they do. For you, they sure can. Settings, style. Whoops, we need VWAP. We love our VWAP. We are long above VWAP. We'll see if we can continue that. Yep, we got love for all the dads and the daddies up in here. So let me go ahead here and get this screenshot of our data ready as well. We also posted our team bowl schedule in the schedule section for the premium, everybody. Source, okay. Add image. Downloads, boom. All right, so let's go ahead here and let's first start talking about what data we have for this week. So, first things first, everybody, we got a big week ahead of us. I'm super excited to trade it with you guys. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. So let's go ahead and talk about a brief data overview of what we need to be aware of going into this trading week ahead of us. Now, Monday, tomorrow, we have no data, so no news Monday. Traditionally pretty slow. Not to say that we won't find a setup. Typically, when we have a no news Monday, it means we don't have a catalyst for any big moves unless it comes on its own. Tuesday, we got PMI at 945. That should give us some sort of move. 15 minutes into open. Not the biggest factor, but typically can give us a spike if data is aggressive one way or another. Wednesday, we have new home sales and U.S. leading economic indicators at 10 a.m. Typically, that doesn't do much for us either. On occasion, you can see a move, like you'll randomly, 1 out of every 4 new home sales, see a giant spike up or a giant spike down, but not a ton to worry about there. Thursday, we have a group of data. We got initial jobless claims, personal income, PCE, core PCE, and we have GDP all in the morning, and then we have some Fed speakers in the afternoon, evening. So that should give us a good move pre-market. I don't recommend passing evals on any of this data. The only eval passing for you guys that are trading prop firms, eval passing data I recommend for you guys is CPI or NFP, which we have neither of this week. And then finally on Friday, we have our main data is consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. And typically speaking, consumer sentiment can give us a decent move either way. So this is posted in the Discord as well in the news and events section. If you guys want access to that, you have it there if you're in the Discord. If not, depending on which stream you're on, I recommend you upgrade to premium. It's less than a cup of coffee a day and a lot of good stuff for you there. Now, let's go ahead here and talk about what setups we have for the week. So we go over here to our daily chart, and we're first going to go and look at the NASDAQ. Now, what we can see here is we're very much so still at all-time highs. I mean, we're what, like 3,600 up to we're about 500, 600 points away. Whenever we're up at this all-time highs price action, there's a few rules that I'm always going to keep in place. And the first one is that I always wait the first 15 minutes. All right. That's a core trading rule of mine. I recommend it for all of you guys. I've found that more traders are hurt by the first 15 minutes than gain from it. Second off, every day I don't come in with a bullish bias, but it's important to remember that in uptrends, in slow grinds up, how the market is plumbed to move, you're going to see more days that move up than you are moves down. So that said, I don't want you going in with a daily bias of upside every day. However, if trend is showing up, guys, don't sit there and try to fight the trend. That's what I was getting at. I don't want you guys to think, oh, we're moving up higher. It can't go any higher, because I promise you it can. And something else that you got to remember is that price typically moves up on lower volume and much slower than it moves down. That's why I personally love trading the downside so much. You take the stairs up and the elevator down. So with that, I think that if we can get a move above this 30,800, that's where we get our clean shot up to these previous highs up here on 31,000. However, we're more than likely going to see a lot of resistance come in at this 800. So I'm very interested to see how we react on our lower time frames once we get there. We see the same type of ordeal on our weekly chart, right? This previous wick up here, failure, wick up here, failure to go higher, wick up here, couldn't quite get there. So if we can get a strong break above 30,800, this is what I'm going to look for to go retest these highs and break that 31,000. Our weekly chart otherwise isn't showing us a lot. There is a sign, there's one potential sign for reversal in that we went up last week on significantly lower volume. We had this aggressive, let me hide this for a second. We had this aggressive push up here off this demand. We held this demand very strong right here. Aggressive push up, retest a gap, push up again, but the second push with much lower volume. Now, is that going to guarantee that we see this anomaly take into effect and we go down? No. But is there a chance that we find a lower high on this weekly chart and daily chart and then see a slight move down? Absolutely there is. So keep that in mind as we navigate through this week. Now we go over to our hourly chart here. You don't see a whole lot here either. You see more confirmation on what we just talked about though. This 800 is a very strong resistance level. We had this aggressive push down, retest into this aggressive high volume trend setting candle, similar to what we watch for on our lower time frames, right? When we trade together on the 5-minute chart, this looks awfully similar to the type of retests we like to take intraday. Aggressive trend setting candle down, retest, I'd bet you about 50% of that candle and then move down. Or whoops, wrong way, in a downtrend. Retest into that candle here, never go above the high, rip back down. So that's where you're going to want to see us come, and we're going to be watching this live tomorrow as we trade live together. We're going to want to see us come, rip above this area with rising volume, and at that point, if we get a strong rip up, we can watch for the retest back down and then look for a retest of those highs. That's what I would personally like to see. That would be my A+ setup for tomorrow's trading day to the upside. Now, obviously, we have our 15-minute range, we have our pre-market high and low, we have our VWAP, we have all the other tools we use. But as far as our higher time frame levels, what's up, Benny? Higher time frame level confirmation, that's what I would personally like to see. Because not only is it going to match up with our VPA and how we trade in the lower time frames, it also makes a lot of sense from our higher time frames. And when you have both those confirmations, that is a breadwinner. Now let's go check out ES as well. All right, so far, just a little check-in. How we all doing? We all ready to rock and roll? You guys vibing with us doing Sunday watch lists and Sunday prep now? You guys all locked in for the week? Paulina says yes. ZFX says yes. Jada says yes. Chris says yes. All right. Tatiana says yes. We got all the squad here. There we go, there we go, there we go. As a reminder, too, if you guys are trading on prop firms, I appreciate you guys using code Jdun this week. We got some great deals in the prop world. The FFF Premier accounts are still probably my favorite account right now. No consistency on eval or funded, which is great for learning traders. You can trade up to 5 accounts, no buffer requirements. All you need for payout is 5 days of 200 plus, and you can take half that money right there, up to $2,000 per account. So pretty solid deal there if you ask me. Appreciate you guys supporting me. I always do my best to help you guys learn and level up in the most simple way possible. That's the FFF Premier account. That's if I had to recommend you one account to get for the week, it'd be an FFF Premier account, the 50K. Just get the cheaper one. Premier account is 40% off with code JDUN. They paid out over $20 million. Super, super solid for the exact setups we're talking about. Low risk, high reward. That is the #1 account I'd recommend for you guys to get this week. Lots of good stuff coming from the Funded Futures family. Now, let's look at ES. So same deal with ES. We're going to go to our daily chart here. However, we have a bit more room, not in terms of points, because obviously NQ moves a lot more, whole points than the NASDAQ, or ES moves more whole points than the NASDAQ. But we have room from like 7 550 up to 7650. Same deal. Hard time getting over 7,600. Got over it here, failed. Got over it here again. Higher volume and failed too. So that's actually pretty surprising. We didn't bounce this and continue higher. Went down, almost filled this gap down here to this wick. Didn't quite get there, and now we're working our way back up. I would honestly say that NQ looks a bit more primed for upside than ES. However, there's a good chance that if one moves to the upside, then so will the other one. So that said, let's go take a look at our weekly chart here on ES as well. Aggressive sell candle down, retest into that. We just wick above, and then we fail to go higher with a doji reversal. So this too, I'm going to want to see us break above 7,600. If we can get an intraday aggressive break above this level, I think there's a good chance that we want to go and retest this 7,650. However, we're going to have to see intraday that volume increasing, and in addition to that, our price confirming with solid risk management. So from a higher time frame bias, I want to see how we react here. If we fail this level and start moving down below this low and below this low, that's going to tell me there's a good chance we have more downside. Maybe not this aggressive, but we have more downside in the near future. So that's going to be my main watch with ES. I don't trade ES quite as often as NQ. In fact, I trade it probably 5% of the time. The other 95% of the time is NQ. But the same ideas go for SPY and QQQ. The exact same scenarios and charts we just talked about on the NASDAQ and on the S&P are directly correlated with the indices SPY and QQQ. So just remember that. Now, let's also go look. We'll go look at gold too. I know we have some gold traders here. Gold is having a nice little downtrend. Aggressive weekly bar down, lowering volume though, and coming right in to this pretty aggressive area of demand. Now, this is a very wide zone from where we are, 4,100 down to 3,900. But we get down to this 4,000, I would definitely be interested in a bounce. It's a ways away, but if we continue to sell on gold and if we sell in the overall market, there's a good chance we could find a nice bounce here in this demand zone. This is the type of zone I look for. We go to the daily chart, same thing. Come down. We got this test here. This actually is a very, very tricky candle here because it looks like it was strong downside retest into this failure, move back up, lower high, come into this higher volume sell candle. Now we're moving back down. So it'll be very interesting to see if we do get down here, how we react at this 4,000. This 4,000 area is where I'd be tempted to start looking for longs and seeing how we look on the lower time frames. I don't have a lot of short setups here in terms of gold. We don't see a lot of confirmation in these last few daily chart candles. If we cross this off the market here, and as we move into this candle, this is where I like to see us reject. Actually, we had a perfect example of, I know you guys laugh at this, but touching tips here. We have 2 tips down, aggressive sell candle. We come into the sell candle, touch tips with these previous candles here, and then move down. I know we all laugh about touching tips, but it works a lot. All right, it works a lot. So we have that exact example come true here. I watch this setup intraday all the time. Like say this was a 5-minute time frame chart. I watch this setup all the time. It's obviously a daily chart, but you get the point. In a perfect world, you come up and retest this 50% retracement too. So you come up, retest in here, fail, stops above the highs, move down. That same setup that I teach you on the smaller time frames also happens to work on the larger ones as well. So that's what I'm going to be watching too. This is the daily time frame. There you go. That's what I'll be watching as well. I don't watch gold as much, but especially in Asia, sometimes you can get some really, really nice moves. Now let's go ahead here and let's go back over to the NASDAQ. And in just a little bit, if anyone wants to go over some individual names, I'm happy to do that. But I know these live streams, we primarily just trade NASDAQ, the S&P, and then on occasion we'll trade gold too. We've been hitting some bangers, guys. So this week on the schedule, for those of you that are in premium, I will be live. So you guys know I'll be live every morning for New York session. I will also be live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for Power Hour. And I'll be live Monday and Wednesday for sure for Asia, maybe Tuesday. So I put that schedule out. Tuesday and Thursday, I'm potential Asia. And then Friday, there's no Asia as well. So that said, let's talk about a few things that we're going to look for in this Asia session. And in addition to that, what we've already seen. So we saw Asia open up, right? We've had some aggressive move down, and then we had this big move up. Well, on this big move back up, we've also seen some very nice continuation here, which hopefully, fingers crossed, can continue for our New York session tomorrow. Now we see this aggressive push up here, massive volume, little consolidation, and then aggressive push up here with over 50% of the candle volume to the upside. Now, on a perfect 2-bar, you typically want to see an overall uptrend. However, during Asia, this does look like a really nice continuation candle. We have that aggressive reversal here. Okay. We see a solid move up here, right? Back and forth, and then rising volume, a majority to the upside candle. A lot of times on these, you can take your Fibonacci retracement tool, and if you go from low to high, you come right down to the 50% retracement, bounce there, and continue up. You'll see that happen a good majority of the time, even here. Rising volume here. Let's see what just happened in the last 30 minutes. I'd almost be willing to bet you take this low to high, you come down, retest into this area, strong trend up. There we go, moving. Same deal here, right? Consolidation comes here. Now, it's also worth saying that on this, we've had 1, 2, 3 higher lows now. The farther you go up, these shorter pullbacks get less likely. Is it possible still to pull back now? Yes. Could we absolutely pull back to 640, find a higher low, and then move up? You bet we could. Is it higher risk the more smaller, higher lows you get? That is also true. So it's important for you guys to remember that, and we'll watch how this plays out in real time here. But if we get this pullback here, we've already had multiple small pullbacks with aggressive moves up in the last 2 hours. In a perfect world for me, I'm going to go ahead and turn my indicator back on. In a perfect world for me, during Asia session and during slower movement, I like to see multiple confirmations. So I'd want to see us in a perfect world, either A, come up to a key level like this, have a solid center reversal, and try the reversal. Or if we're going to try to catch this uptrend, see a move back, find a higher low at a level like VWAP, get a solid hammer reversal candle, try the long, stops below the candle low. I would personally love to see that. It gives us more confirmation. It gives us more confluence with the setup. And we're not stuck to just trying, quote unquote 2-bar, which it can be a great setup. But if I want to put risk on and I want to build a buffer for the following day, I like to have a little more confirmation when it comes to my trades in Asia. Does that make sense, guys? You like the hammer in what time frame? I love hammer candles. I think they're incredible in the 5-minute time frame. I think they're great in a lot of time frames, but it shows a lot of trader psychology there, guys. When you see a solid hammer with rising volume, it shows clear dominance in one direction. And that's what I want to see. I want to see clear dominance to the upside or downside because I'm a trend trader. Right? I want to catch more trends. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to find the equilibriums of A, B to the square root of C, and then Pythagorean theorem comes in from high school, and then the quadratic formula and this. I don't care about all that. I want to catch more trends in higher lows and lower highs. Right? We use the indicators and the tools that we have to find simple entries and manage our risk. That is what I care about. It's true. All these ICT mentors try to make things way too complicated, and it ends up losing you guys money. We ain't trading the quadratic formula here. We're trading BPA and some DOD. I'm very interested to see how this plays out here. We have this not super aggressive, but semi-aggressive reversal candle here. This would be the entry area for longs. It's just a little more high risk given that we just had this higher low come in. I mean, we just had it come in. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Yes, I'm glad you took that from from high school. To announce. All right, let's see here. What else do we have? How's everybody doing tonight? Where are you guys all checking in from? Where's everyone trading Asia with me from? Got Miami in the house, Texas, New York, Long Island, Colorado, nice. Zimbabwe. Florida, Illinois. Had a great night trading Lake Michigan shoreline area. Nice. Norway. Yeah, I'll root for y'all in the World Cup behind my U.S. And Mexico. I am going for Mexico too. I can't even cap. I'm going to watch how this candle forms here for a long entry, guys. I'm watching this candle pretty closely. I'm watching it on our 5-minute and also watching it on our 1-minute chart as well. I think if you wanted a higher risk entry, you could try it in like the 630s. Your stops would just have to be below like 620. I'm not taking it, but I think it could be an okay entry. The USA Loki has a decently easy schedule when we get to the round of 32. If all goes how it is right now. It's not that hard. I don't know if you guys seen. I posted that slip I bet. And I put $500 on the US to win it. To win 17 racks. Why do I watch the 1 minute? Because I want to see what's happening inside the 5. I still think this could be an okay setup. It's just, I don't like how we had just recently had this higher low. If we would have had some space between these two, I more than likely would have tried this down here. I mean, the risk reward wasn't bad. If you entered at like let's say 640 and put your stops at 624, you have 14 points of risk. You need to see like high a day to get your risk reward out of it. You followed me, Gary. Let's go. Or you did it before me. Whatever it is, let's go. You know, we get to like the round of 8 or 16 left. It'll probably be in profit. You can just cash it there. Just for fun for me. This actually looks like a pretty good continuation candle too. I told you guys I'm going to start watching Asia more. I haven't spent a lot of time in my life watching Asia. And that's how I've gotten to the point I am and how accurate I am with my trading is I've spent so many hours watching screen time over the last 10 years. So because I'm trading Asia with you guys more often now, I made that commitment. I'm going to stick to that commitment for the most part, as long as my time schedule allows me to. I'm going to get more experience, and I'm going to become an Asia sniper. I was going to say an Asian sniper, but I'll be an Asia sniper. I'm going to do my best to be an Asia sniper, at least. Is Gene going to be with you? Maybe sometimes. Asia usually moves in one direction without any real pullbacks from what I've seen. I wouldn't doubt it. It moves slower, which actually can be a good thing sometimes. More trend trading. If we just range in Asia, then that's not my type of trading. But like what we're seeing here, if this works out, I mean, this is my type of trading. I didn't take this, just so you guys know we talked about it, but I did not execute it. This is my type of trading. Nice and slow, good risk reward, minimum like 15, 20, 30 points of risk, and continuous trend moves. That is my type of trading. That is my type of trading. I had a great day with my kid. We went to the zoo. We had some nice food. Or these are very true. Real. Let's see here. So I'm doing something on my phone. Hell, he's almost 3, man. Things are about to get real fun. I know the teenagers, right? That's what they keep telling me. Damn, that was the one, too. We hit the 50% retracement there, too. Look at that, almost to the T, 644 to 655. I think I'm going to have to see here, but I think from the experience I've had so far, that the strategy for Asia is going to be more like 1-to-1 to like 1.5-to-1 trades. I think we're going to have to look for smaller take profits and smaller R multiple, but maintaining a higher win rate. LARP, yeah. Come on here and LARP you winning trades every day. Hush. Every day, I'm changing the definition of LARP to warp. Winning LARPing. I give you guys too much sauce. Too much sauce. Let's see what else we get here. We have this. We don't have a lot of opportunity. We have this supply up here at like 700, but I think we might just slowly grind up. Look at the 15-minute chart here too. We don't see a whole lot. I wish that we had some higher volume here. Whenever we have higher volume on our 15-minute time frame in correlation with our like 5-minute time frame, I really like that. You should be able to see the screen. I'm sharing it on stages, guys. If you're on one of the free streams right now, you can sign up for premium with the best discount possible. I just activated code Jdun again. If you want to get your first month, if you want to try Team Bull for your first month for $30, this is your chance. I just activated it right now again. If you want to join premium, there's no lag, no delay. You get access to Jared Tendler, 100+ hours of recorded education, all of my training sessions with Anna Cooling, the author of Volume Price Analysis, all of our private sessions, asking me questions in live chat, all that good stuff. You can join premium with code JDON. You ask around, people will tell you it's worth it, I promise you. Well, pretty much a free trial, $1 a day. If I can't give you $1 a day of value for your first month, I've failed you. You also get access to trade live with me at the office too. Tom says it's worth it. Trust me, I approve. Let's go. Is Porsche making a next gen GT2 RS? Maybe, honestly, I don't know. They make them every like 10 years. Like every 10 years or so. I believe. Good way to look at it. I'm signing up. Yeah, just try it. If I can't give you $1 a day of value for your first month, I have failed you. I have failed you, Anakin. I can't fail you. Yeah, I really think that GT2 RS is going to be $1 million car one day with all the new EVs coming. I'm the biggest hater of hybrids, guys. I'm sorry. Hey, just wanted to say thanks for the YouTube videos. They've been helpful. I used code JDUN for, I think, 7 accounts now. Getting my second payout tomorrow for 2.5K and have more accounts almost at payout. That's awesome. Now, Illyrian, I'm going to use you as a case study, all right? And not in a marketing way that you may think. You are almost to payout on multiple accounts. Your job for these accounts is to come in every day with a maximum loss limit. I've seen too many traders get one payout, and then on the next few accounts that are almost there, blow them up. I'm not saying that's going to be you, but what I'm saying is you come in every day, let's say you're $500 away. You tell yourself, I'm going to lose a max of $200 to $300 today, and if I lose that, I'm done. I'm locking the account up. No ifs, no buts, no coconuts. And you follow that. Because when you come in with that KMFA protocol, that's Keep My Fun Alive protocol, yes, it sucks being $500 away than being $800 away, right? It sucks when you are almost about to pass an eval and you lose a few $100. But what typically happens when you're about to pass that eval or get that payout and you lose your first trade and you get pissed is you start revenge trading, and then you dig yourself a really big hole and more than likely blow the payout or blow the funded or blow the eval. That doesn't happen anymore. Not with DOD. Not with discipline over dopamine. Not with DOD, baby. Let's go then. All right, y'all. Let's see what. Oh my gosh! I look away for 2 seconds and look at this. Let's see how we react in the 620 area. Was that news or is that just the market marketing? Text trades just signed up for premium. Let's go. Now's the best time to do it. I just activated code Jdun again. It's $1 a day for your first month. $30. If I can give you $30 of value, I have failed you. What time frame am I on? 5-minute time frame. What I'd love to see is us trend back down to this VWAP now. Those are my favorite types of trend trades and uptrends is VWAP retests and 50% retracement retests. So like, let's see here. It's not going to quite, it's going to be a little above. But if we take the low of this range up to the high, I like these 50% retracement ads too. I'd rather VWAP be down here. I'd rather have stacked Q levels, but I do like these retracements. Will only 2-bar 1 to 2R setups get me consistently profitable? And again, you guys can be profitable with 1-to-1, right? Let's break down the math. So if you have a 1-to-1 RR, okay? So if you take 10 trades, you have 10 winners that are 10 points apiece. That means you make 100 points. You have 10 L's that are 10 points apiece. That's negative 100. All right, so if you have a solid risk reward of exact even wins and losers at 50% win rate, you're break even. Now, let's say you hold one of those winners, just 1 to 1.5R. So that 10-point win becomes 15 points. On just one of the wins, you're now at 105 win to 100 loss. That means that you are profitable with a 50% win rate. If your win rate moves up to, say, 11 wins and 9 losses, now you're at a 90 loss and a 110 win. You are profitable with just over a 50% win rate. Now, here's the deal. Here's where people mess up on 1-to-1 risk reward. This is what you cannot do this week. We're not talking, you know, even tomorrow. We're gonna break this down so small that we're just gonna focus on tomorrow together. I tell this example all the time. It's just like breaking an addiction. A lot of you guys are addicted to your bad trading habits. And when you're breaking an addiction, may it be substance or an action or a habit, you start by breaking that addiction one day at a time. So it's your job tomorrow, Monday, June 22nd, or heck, even if you're trading tonight for Asia, today, June 21st, to not go on tilt and to not allow your loss to get bigger than you planned. Because if you plan for 20 trades, all at a 1R risk and 1 to 1.5R win, and you have one of these losses get way out of hand and become a 3R loss, it screws your whole equation up. It throws all of your math off, 100% of it. So it's your job tonight, or it's your job tomorrow, if tomorrow is your first actual trading day, to follow your plan, Stick to your risk management. And if you lose, you walk away for the day. It's not a big deal to have a red day. It doesn't mean anything about your self-worth or your intellectual ability or your trading ability. One thing I like to tell people is that I don't judge my students based on their winners. I could care less about your winners. I care about how your losers look. That's why on our lives, we come in and we win almost every single day. But when we lose, it's small and it's manageable, and we move on to the next good trade after. That is the only way that you are going to consistently make any sort of money doing this. The only way. If you're consistently blowing yourself up and Monday morning comes and you come in unprepared and unfocused and you break your plan over and over again, you're going to see the same results this week as you've had the last 6 months of the year. That can't happen anymore. We watch these charts, we watch these moves, we manage our risk precisely. I'm going to walk you guys through a lot of moves every single day. Do we take everyone? No, but you guys see what we walk through each and every morning and how you can manage your risk and how we're going to keep that intact. It'll be interesting to see how we react here in this demand. We're rejecting, I assume, around the 50% retracement, probably a bit above actually, of this candle. And now we're failing going down. It'll be interesting to see. Why not short here on this candle? I wouldn't even say it's a bad idea. It's just the trend has been aggressively up. We didn't sweep any key levels. If you were going to short this candle, you would have wanted to see us retest up into here, 637 area short, 655 stop, or even high a day stop at 660. But then if you had that as your short, let's talk about that. So you got filled right here. High a day stop is how I like reversals like this. Wait, whoops. Then on this for 1-to-1, you would have had to have taken profit or at least trimmed right here. And ideally, in a perfect world, you see a move down here. It's easy to put in hindsight. I don't hate doing that. Like, oh, you should have shorted here. I'm not saying that. But if you were to short, that 50% retracement is the entry. And you'd have to put your stops above high a day. So if we go back to high a day, you were wrong. It broke the 9 EMA. I don't use the 9 EMA. I've used the 8 before. Actually, I have used the 9 in the past. Actually, that's not correct to say. I have used the 9. I am also going to start working towards my first payout on these FFF accounts as well. My goal is to be paid out by every prop firm that I tell you guys code Jdun on. I've already done Apex 50K, Lucid I disqualified for 6K, and I'm up 42K on the accounts. Tradify I'm at 15K plus, Top Step 25K, almost, before split. And my next goal is to get these FFFs paid out. And then I got to do some alpha features too. I don't really promote alpha futures, but I do have a code with them. So they're up next on my hit list. Make any trades that I know we've been talking, but no actual executions. No volume on this candle too, so no confirmation for me. If you'd like an account of the same kind that I'm going to be trading this week, you can trade alongside me if you plan on trading with me. It's the 50K Premier account with the Funded Futures family. It's less than $100, and there's no consistency on eval or funded, and there's a lot of benefits to trading these accounts. They're arguably my favorite accounts in the entire industry right now. Premier account with FFF. No activation fees either, which is super nice for the trader. No activation fees, no consistency. You guys can click that link if you want to check them out. Yep, the Funded Futures family. They paid out over $20 million. 20 million big ones. And I'm falling asleep. All right. Have I ever learned from Oliver? Or no idea who Oliver is. Is there a monthly fee on FFF if you keep the accounts more than a month? Yes, but with 1 day pass accounts, you won't have that account for more than a month. My goal is to help you pass it. I try my best. Now, obviously, I can't say you're going to guarantee pass it, but I do my best. We win almost every day. If you learn in the DoD system, you're going to blow a lot less accounts. Are you actually trading tonight or just market prep for tomorrow? I'm open to taking a trade. I haven't taken any trades yet, but I'm open to it. I'm going to pass my 50K flex. Nice. My goal with these FFF accounts this week is to get 5 days of $200 a piece. If I can do that, I will qualify. It'd be the minimum payout, but let's say I could get even, it'd be like a $2,500 payout between all 5 accounts. Appreciate you, Benjamin. It means a lot, bro. On your alibi. Am I familiar with Funded Next Bolt accounts? I used to have a code with them. I don't really promote Funded Next anymore. Not that there's something bad with them. I just never really got to trading with them. So I don't like having a million partners. I'd rather rock with the few firms that I trust and know well and I speak to on a weekly basis versus having a million different partnerships. And again, I'd prefer you guys on live accounts over time. Just keeping it a buck. You're done. See you in the morning. Yeah, who's all going to be waking up to trade live with me tomorrow? Who's all going to be here bright and early at 9 a.m. Eastern time? See, Fox is, Summit is, Divine is. Let's go. Better see each and every one of you guys bright and early with me live in the morning. If you're in premium, you'll have the Zoom link. If you're not in premium, there's 2 delayed streams that I'll do. TikTok, all you got to do is hit that follow button in the top left corner. And on YouTube, if you hit that subscribe button and press that bell icon and press all, you'll get notified when I go live. There's just delay on those. There's a lot of benefits to being in premium for less than a cup of coffee a day. And right now, just a single $1 a day for your first month. Lots of benefits to being here. We'd love to have you in our premium community if you're not already. But if that's not for you, there's no worries. Still give a lot of free game out. I got some accounts to give away this week too. Does Premier FFF account have payout cap? Yeah, like $2,000 an account per payout. But as far as bang for your buck goes, they're amazing. I like him a lot. We're coming back down to this VWAP. Let's see how we react when we get down to this VWAP. There's like 570 to 580 area, guys. This could be a nice long entry. CFO said, this is my third week and still got my funded. Longest I've had one, still no payout yet, but slowly trying to build it up. Nice. DOD, baby. That's right. That's good. Proud of you, CFO. Slow and steady wins that race. Right there. He said a stop loss and profit on trading. You typically have to have it. You have to have it connected to your trade of 8. I better see each and every one of y'all. Why the heck is my view up at 522? It shouldn't be. What time frame are you on? 5-minute NASDAQ? Do I still do options? Not a lot. On my own, I will occasionally, but not a lot on stream. I thought about getting back into signaling options, but just haven't yet. Do I ever trade just using my phone? Not really. I'm not saying you can't, but I personally don't. I don't prefer it. Definitely can, but not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea to do personally. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there as well, everybody. All the dads out there tuning in every morning, trying to make this trading thing work for their families, for their loved ones, and to make a better life for those around them. I recognize you and support you, and it's not an easy grind. Thank you. I've got 2 kids, and it's my 12-year wedding anniversary today. So big day around my household. That's awesome. That sell-off just killed me. It was in the longs with 15 minutes at 625. Rut roll. Rut roll. So you'd say. Hopefully you had a stop loss set, bro. If you had a stop loss set and we moved to your stop loss, then you should have already accepted the risk. If you didn't have a stop loss set and you didn't accept the risk, then you're gambling. You're not trading. It's actually quite simple. Nonetheless, I'm sorry that you lost money, but it's part of the game. We accept our risk when we trade, and that's why we come in. You visualize your risk. You choose DOD. And we understand that's a part of the job. We have a cost to doing business every single day. Every single day we have a cost of doing business. And my post on IG is getting some serious traction, and with the majority of it being people lovers, people loving. I just made an honest post. I went to the Denver Zoo with my kid today. And when you walk in, there's literally like 500 different like rainbow, pride, trans flags. And I'm like, dude, listen, nobody cares. The majority of us don't care. Like, if you want to be gay, go be gay. If you want to be trans, go be trans. If you want to be non-binary or a squirrel or whatever, be it. But like, don't shove it on our kids and don't shove it in my face. You know, I think most people can get behind that. Like, even the normal, like I would say the real gay people are like, yo, we don't like that either. Like, we're just trying to be gay in peace. You know, I've had a lot of DMs of people saying that, like, yo, I'm gay and I agree with you. I'm like, it's a majority of people that's like, it makes the real gay people that like are just that way, and that's just how they are, who want to live their life in peace, look bad. Instead of shoving flags and LGBTQ, the third Pythagorean theorem, whatever, right on all these kids in everyone's face, it makes them look bad. So I made a video on it, and I was like, this isn't cool. You know, like, why is this at the zoo? Like, why do we have 1 million flags at the zoo? Why is this a thing? It shouldn't be a thing. You know, if you want to be gay, go be gay. A majority of people do not care. I'm one of them. I don't care. You want to go snip your doodads off and, you know, run around and do your thing, do it. If that's how you want to be, then do it. All right? But just keep it out of my face, please, and out of our kids' faces. And I think most people can get behind that. But yeah, the majority of people, I posted that on my personal Instagram, because I just be, you know, saying what comes to my mind and speaking my mind. And the majority of people, like 99% of people, are like, oh, I agree. And then there's that one person who's like, that's it, Jdun. I'm unfollowing. I'm like, well, it's not an airport. It's not an airport, buddy. You don't got to announce your departure. You know, like, it's just facts. And this makes you wonder what these people's higher agendas are, and like, why are they pushing all this on our kids? Like, you know, you want to do your thing in the bedroom. I saw an analogy on X today. Someone said, you know, being gay or, you know, trans is kind of like having a wiener, right? Do what you want with it at home, but like, don't go whipping it out in public. It's like, honestly, that's facts. That's true. Just keep it in your pants, man. I wanted to see us come down to VWAP to get an entry. K-Box said, female here married to a female, and I completely agree. I don't want that in our kids' faces either. Just be who you are, move on. I 100% agree. It's like, we have, I wouldn't say a lot, but I know I have a decent amount of gay followers on Instagram and in Team Bowling. Like, that's great. It's like, you want to be who you want to be it. Most of the gay people that I've spoken with have been like, we don't like that stuff either. Like, we don't like the flags. Like, it makes us look bad, and then they wonder why people get all angry with us. It's like how like Miami was in the 80s. Like, there was a lot of gay people, and they just kind of just vibed and did their thing. And that's great. Vibe and do your thing. Just maybe don't throw it in elementary school books, and, you know, vice versa. Anywho, the zoo was great. I don't love the idea when zoos like have animals that should be out in the wild, but a lot of the animals at the bigger zoos, at least, were like unable to go back into the wild or were injured. I do not rock with SeaWorld. I'm not a big fan of SeaWorld. We got to free the whales, man. We got to free the whales. It's like I always say, like with insurance. Caitlin, yeah, Omaha does have the best zoo. The zoo's goated. That zoo is amazing. I'm from Omaha, or I'm from Lincoln, Nebraska, like 45 minutes away. Got to free the whales. I don't like the circus is messed up too, man. Taking those animals around in little cages, the circus is messed up. Not a fan of circuses either. You got me there. I've never been to SeaWorld. I will never go to SeaWorld, but I think that they still have whales. That being said, I don't say that from data. I haven't looked that up, but I assume they would. Jdun, I'm struggling with discipline and DOD. Where do I start? Where do I tell you? You gotta start with that every day. You start with your daily life. If you can't keep promises to yourself, and if you can't follow your daily rules in your daily life, how do you expect to follow your rules and follow your discipline in your trading? So you come in every day and you tell yourself, I'm going to make these promises to myself and I'm going to keep these promises to myself. If you are in one mini on the NASDAQ and you set a 30-point stop loss, well, if you lose that trade, you're going to lose $600. So you take that trade, you lose it. If you do, you follow the plan. If that's your maximum loss limit for the day, you're done for the day. If you take another trade, it's a systematic setup where you manage your risk again. You take 2 losses, you're done for the day. 2 full-size losses, you're done. That's the reality, guys. Is that if you want to survive in this game, if like even the dude, I'm sure a lot of you guys probably saw that that Lance guy. Hormozy was talking about how he spoke with a trader that made $100 million in verified profits, and dude was like, "Yeah, I had to quit trading because it was ruining my life. I was trading all the time. I felt like I was going to die early, like all this stuff." And it's like, that's a real side to trading, guys. There is a serious mental side effect no matter how much money you make. And that's why I scream from the rooftops to you guys every day that you got to choose DOD. And the less stress you put on yourself trading, the more you're going to enjoy it and the more money you're going to make. I don't want you to burn out and go nuts losing money. Let's see how we react when we get done to this VWAP, guys. Yeah, well, 100 mil is no joke. I mean, honestly, if I made 100 mil trading, I don't think I'd ever trade again either. But the point is he stopped trading because it was ruining his life. He probably needed some more DOD. I mean, be honest, guys. If you made 100 million on your next trade, would you ever trade again? We can be honest here. You'd keep trading if you made 100 mil. That's impressive. I mean, not. Two. Some people don't even make their bed. Yep. That's that like putting the, you know, what's another prime indicator of success is whether they put their shopping carts away, man. You can't put the shopping cart away. You're not going to follow any other rules in your life, man. It's the simplest of all activities. Put the groceries in your car and put the damn shopping cart away, bro. If you can't get yourself to do that, I don't know if I can help you. I will do my best to help you, but I'm not sure if I can. With your trading strategy, have you figured out which session you like best? Oh, New York session, 100%. I'm just getting started with trading Asia. You know, it can expand our reach of our community, potentially make us some more money. I get to stream with you guys more. I like streaming. I like helping you guys. This is a good time for me as well. So it's a win-win. It helps you guys, and it also helps me. So it's win-win. We're so close to this VWAP. I'd like to see a sweet VWAP and then move back above. What you'll notice is I'm very picky with my entries. I don't trade a lot, but when I do, they're highly accurate. I'm a day trader, not a everyday trader. This is not Pokemon. You do not have to catch them all. That's something I want you guys to remember this week. What are some of the most important things you were looking at when trying to catch a chance? When trying to catch a trade, I like to see multiple level confirmation. I like to see price confirmation. Ideally, we get volume as an indicator that confirms as well. And most importantly is I like to make sure that my risk is defined, that I have positive risk reward, or at least a minimum 1-to-1 risk to reward, and that it's a repeatable setup that I can trade over and over. Every day you're going to come in, guys, I want you to bolt this in your head. You're going to miss setups. But as long as they are high probability and A+ setups that will come again, it doesn't matter because it's going to come again. If you miss a huge move and you say, "Oh my gosh, I have to FOMO now. I'm so stupid. I missed this, blah, 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 blah." Well, if it's not going to come again, then it wasn't a good setup in the first place. If it is a good setup and it's repeatable and high probability, then there's no need to have FOMO because it's going to come again. You're going to have the chance to catch that same setup again. We trade the same patterns over and over again. I want you guys all to take a few minutes tonight and make yourself one promise for this coming week. Think about where you lacked last week, or where you've lacked the last month, or even where you've lacked the last year. And I want you to make one commitment to yourself of where you can improve this week in your trading. Maybe it's you're going to be more patient. You're going to wait the first 15 minutes. You're going to use a max of 2 micros per trade. Maybe it's you're going to only take 2 trades a day. Maybe it's you're not going to take any trades after the first 2 hours. Whatever it is, you make that one promise. I'm asking for one promise, not a million, not 5 things you're going to improve, but one thing you're going to improve. And that's your task for this week, and it starts tomorrow morning. That's how we make progress. It's like the inchworm strategy I talk about. I learned it from one of my psychology mentors, Jared Tendler. The inchworm doesn't move from the front; it moves from the back. So you take part of your C game and what you're lacking on, you move your butt up, and you inch forward. That one thing that you promise yourself that you know, and only you know, that you are going to do better at this week is going to propel your trading forward. Do I plan on entering again? I'm about to get off and eat here soon. but I will be back on tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So if you've been struggling with discipline, if you're looking to make and take steps forward in your trading this week, if you're on one of the free streams right now, if you're on TikTok, you can get that follow button in the top left corner. I trade live every single day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, and I help traders with their discipline, help traders get more payouts, and help traders lose less and make more. If you're on YouTube, I appreciate you hitting that subscribe button, pressing that bell icon, and turning all your notifications on so you know when I go live. And if you're in premium, well, then you're in the best spot to be with no lag and with real-time entries and exits. Yep, 9 a.m. Eastern time, I'll be live. I'll actually probably be live a little bit earlier, but I like to just say 9:30 a.m. just because that's when market opens. So one more time for the free streams, I'll drop the link to premium. You can use code Jdun. I'm going to close this. I'm going to have my backend team close this code out at the end of the night. You can use code Jdun for $1 a day for your first month. So much value here. If you can't get $1 a day worth of value from me, I've failed you. Just got my first funded ever after following DOD. Let's go. You actually get paid. You already know. Come on. Dropped a follow. I'll be back. Let's go. That's awesome. Let's go, bro. Appreciate you following. I just dropped the premium link too if you guys want to sign up and get rocking with me. All right, y'all. I'm going to mob off and go eat. But if you guys are trading the rest of Asia, trade smart and trade safe. Had a few good ideas tonight, no executions. I'll see you guys bright and early for New York session tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. I'll actually be on at 9, but for those of you who are running a little late, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. I better see each and every one of you guys on the stream if it's going to be your first stream. Welcome in, prepared to be amazed. And if you're a routine watcher, then as always, I appreciate you guys more than you know. It's an honor to be a part of your daily routine, and I won't let you down. God bless you guys. I'll see you in the morning. Bye, everybody. Remember, one promise to yourself. One promise of something you're going to improve to yourself. Peace. See y'all tomorrow morning. God bless y'all. Peace.